Hello everyone! Fontaine is here! But yes, today we are back in Genshin Impact because Fontaine has finally dropped and we are going to be exploring the brand new story quest, which is sure to be spicy, given that this is the Nation of Justice.
Let the magic begin!
Ah, I can get a free Lynette. Hell yeah. Free Lynette! Here is the new one. She's very cool. I like that her vision is in the back of her bow. Soloist's Prologue is the beginning of this part of the story. I should probably, I will switch to the Traveller because I will most likely be getting Hydro Traveller quite early on in this. Ooh, I forgot they changed this menu! I forgot they changed the party setup menu. This is extremely cool. Ah, it shows off all my nice skins that I have for my characters. I like that Guoba is part of Zhangling's stance. It makes sense. Okay, off we go.
Good old caravan rebat. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here? Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahida's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her.
Good memory, Paimon. I guess we may have stumbled upon this place at some point before.
So much time has already passed since then. And it seems Sumeru's changing for the better now that Nahida's in charge, right? Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time. And then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal with.
Hopefully. Yes, but as long as we're around, it's hard to say what will happen.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next?
Almost like we're the main characters.
Maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
It's called being the main character. I was just thinking that you might be the problem, Paimon.
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out. Anyway,
I don't like it when she's annoyed because of her voice.
Think about heading to our next destination for now.
Next stop, Fontaine.
Ah, look who it is.
Dea!
Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dea! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey. But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
I love Dea.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway?
We're preparing to leave Sumeru and head to Fontaine. Oh?
Huh? You serious? Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
We have to go and see all of the
Bumping into you
Archons.
like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it. Hey,
Thank you for the warning,
I
babe.
gather a few mercs to escort you two. What do you say?
Thanks, but no need.
We should be fine.
Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry. We'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle. So, when are you leaving?
We'll leave as soon as we've finished a few more preparations. Journeys should be spontaneous.
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried
I
yet.
thought she was about to say
Now,
that we
what
needed
is
to do
that
the
list
washing up.
Paimon made?
Oh my god. This guy's from Fontaine, for sure, based on the way he's dressed. Silly little hat.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything.
Oh,
It's sad
bless
enough
her.
to see you go like this. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
We'll be back.
Bye. By the way,
I still haven't done a bunch of the world quests. I need to come back. In her case, she'll know from our dreams anyway. This is true.
oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
I'm glad the audio balance is good. Thank you, babe. Take care. Bye, dear.
Goodbye, dear. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Off we go. I like her too. Oh, okay. It teleports me to Fontaine. I was gonna say, is it gonna make me walk all the way through the desert? D is cool. I have her, but I haven't built her yet, and apparently she's kind of underpowered. But I like her design anyway, so. Oh, so pretty. Wow. Oh, the music is nice. Source Water Nation. Where is Fontaine based on? Fontaine is based on France. Okay, how? It's like, just go there. What do you mean just go? This is a cliff. Fontaine is based on France. So like, that's not too interesting from a, like, political perspective. But the fact that it's the nation of justice and it seems to be an entirely carceral justice system. And also they've turned, because of the way that justice seemingly powers their nation, quote unquote justice powers their nation, they've, like, it's an energy source, so they have to like make court cases entertaining, and to do that, so it's become like a form of theatre, which obviously has a bunch of issues when you're dealing with, you know, people's futures. And from what I know, the prison is underwater. Hello? What are these? Hello? Oh my gosh. You're like a big turtle. My squeaky pink guy. I like my squeaky pink guy. Look at the big turtles. They're very cool. I see you, Hydroculus. I see you. You can't hide from me. Oh, I love the Hydroculus design. That's so pretty. How do I get up here? Can I climb up there? Because if not, I'm gonna have to get Zhongli out. There we go. First Hydroculus. Harbor security. Great. Border patrol.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it. Oh, this must be Fontaine's port. Wow. Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine. Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines.
So I heard, and it's about what I imagined.
Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think?
Let's start by meeting the Hydro Archon.
Good idea. Nahida gave us loads of useful information.
She did? I don't remember.
The 7 is probably still our best source for information at this point.
Our journey is to find my sibling and also find the truth.
Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means.
That could mean anything.
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
Let's go see if we can butt in on their conversation.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Excuse me. Can I help you two? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Hi. We We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seem to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
The Archon is just an alcoholic. Oh, you mean
Play?
Venti?
Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives. Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough. Oh,
Not
it looks
really.
Like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
What? If this is like a matter of people's lives, then the truth does matter. Rena's hat is sus, a little bit, yeah. So they see trials as a sort of opera.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
Interesting. I highly doubt that. A judgment device created by the Archon, so this is the nation of justice.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally. In that case, I am afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Great bureaucracy. Make an appointment? Time slots?
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before. Wait!
The Archon is a god.
The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
I'm not sure I believe that. That feels like exactly the sort of thing that you could get arrested for in Fontaine. Seems like the people of Fontaine really like the Hydro Archon, but they don't appear to revere her.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime. Hey! What are you looking over there for?
About to make a prediction that Etienne will end up at the Opera House and then the game addressed it first. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to their names. There's a girl over there. She's been standing alone for quite some time. I think it was Lynette.
Huh.
Yep.
Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she?
Oh my gosh, the
Maybe
kittens
we
are
better
trying
go
to get
check on
in.
her.
If she jumps into the water, she can just swim. That's fine. Prelude of Blancheur and Noirceur. As in Black Heart. Hey Lynette. Or girl, I do not know yet.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? Ah, I'm fine. Thanks.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
Which hill? There are many hills.
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you
Oh.
saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Maybe they're mermaids or a fantastical race from Fontaine.
No, people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water. And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, it's been completely submerged.
Oh.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea. But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories.
Oh.
It
Interesting.
won't be long before it swallows us.
Sorry.
Is there gonna be a climate change storyline here?
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting.
Lenny?
Are you Lynette's new friends?
Lenny.
And you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern. Ah, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
I can't believe he's voiced by the same person as Blade from Honkai Star Rail. The voices are so different.
We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Interesting.
And you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
The Fontaine music is really lovely. It's you can tell it's French inspired. But it also sounds like some of the equally French inspired tracks in the Overcooked soundtrack. It also sounds like some of the Animal Crossing music. It's very nice. There's hardly anything left for me to say with you around Paimon because you always steal my lines.
So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now.
Oh damn. Oh, clicking things. What's happening in Fontaine?
Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment.
Oh my
We
god.
still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Hello, Linny. It's a pleasure to meet you. Why do you want to shake my hand so desperately?
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! What is Paimon's handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
I wonder if Linny has killed someone, given the teardrop on his cheek.
Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here. Please, follow me.
They could be like the Happy and Sad Opera Mouse. I didn't think of it like that. But something tells me that even though he has the teardrop, Linny would be comedy and Lynette would be tragedy. I think. But yes, that could very well be it. But also they are magicians rather than actors. But I guess if you're a magician, you're kind of an actor as well.
You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina has come to see you.
What? Are we getting arrested? Oh, no. She is just here? She's just straight up here. Oh! I've forgotten her name. This isn't Farina. But she's so pretty. She's like head of her guard. Is this Farina? Yep, there she is. It's like she's about to start singing.
Huh. So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu.
I think a lot of Fontaine is just fun hat.
As you can all see, two unfamiliar
Oh, her
travelers have
eyelashes are
arrived
cool.
in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Her eyes are different shades of blue.
Is she talking about us?
Nobody here seems to be holding a glass.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured.
Oh my god.
I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It
Voice
will
acting
allow
her
you to
must be
truly
so fun.
behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner.
We're not trying to take you down.
Focalor hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Well, finding the Archon was easy enough.
Yeah. Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top? Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding.
Oh my god.
Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and
I think that guy in Sumeru who was from Fontaine passed the message along.
by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a
Yep,
dog?
there he is.
All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Lies.
Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Feels like she can't get over herself.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough?
Pardon me.
What else should I say then?
Dot dot dot.
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
That's
How
me.
did I not notice before?
I'm
Hey,
legendary
what's all the
and blonde.
commotion? Oh, is that Lady Farina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
The
Of
people
course.
in
That's
Fontaine
the blonde
live for the
traveler,
drama.
The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Ooh, I've got to see
What do you
this.
mean
I
duel?
knew Lady Farina would never disappoint.
Are we fighting you with words? Like, what is happening?
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus.
I really like her design. She's so pretty.
You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
What do you mean an epic duel?
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Bring it on. Fighting gods, I've got a resume. Is there like an arena?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
Gods can die.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking
Chlorinde.
a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Chlorinde. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Slake is a word I've never heard before.
Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Aranias, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I
Oh
shall
my
face
god,
this
a duel in
traveler
court.
Another kind of duel.
Maybe this is
A
Danganronpa.
duel in court.
I don't have
Oh,
legal
right.
representation.
Now that'll be worth seeing.
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. Such a grand opera house. It would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Savage from Paimon.
Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
We haven't committed any crimes, we literally just arrived here.
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it?
Obvious?
According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
That is a very silly law.
So that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun. But if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
Thank you, Linny.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Oh, what is he doing? Oh.
Ta-da!
Is he trying to say that Paimon's a pet?
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did you do that?
Ah, when Linny patted you on the back and shook my hand. Also, I want to know if he has cat ears under the hat.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
Wow, Rena.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Farina's charges no longer hold water.
This lector guy will just go along with whatever is being said.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
So am I arrested or not?
You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved.
Okay.
The God of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Well, that's threatening.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
So many of them.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Thanks for bailing us out, Linny. How did you know that was going to happen?
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy.
Damn.
So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Farina is?
A
She can be a bit
pedantic one?
confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Is she really that reasonable?
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
Is it also
When
where
there
theatre
are no
is
public
done?
trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred. And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
Yeah, sure.
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
I would be delighted.
Splendid.
Oh, he's so
In that case,
excited.
why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first.
Is there any way I can help?
You really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
A bag. Sac magique.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that. You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine.
Tell me the
It
prophecy.
says that
Ooh.
every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
What did they do
That sounds
to have original
Why
sin?
are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There is no Bible in
There
Genshin.
are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
But now the water is engulfing our memories. It won't be long before it engulfs us.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death. We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them.
Oh, that's nice.
As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
If the prophecy is true, then is there no way to prevent the disaster?
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things. Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Oh, that makes it sound like it's gonna be difficult.
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been talking about. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of everything. I guess it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best.
I like the idea of giving
Thanks.
it to them without
Oh,
saying
please,
a word.
Also thank the magician on my behalf when you get the chance.
Of course. Thank you, Etienne.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy. Keep it. I won't have any use for it.
What? You mean you don't believe in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. But I also believe in another story.
His moustache is so
The story
funny.
says that people once lived in the ocean. They were one with the ocean and couldn't live apart from it. As time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels and encapsulating the sea within their bodies. Thus could people set foot on land. So, if you ask me, when water rises and takes us all, it'll be like we're going home.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
We hadn't heard that one before. But people can't live underwater. They'll die. You should probably still take it.
What if we all have secret gills?
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel that being dissolved into the water doesn't necessarily mean death.
That's a nice outlook to have. You were being mean about me earlier, random sailor lady.
I don't want that thing. Way I see it, if the prophecy's true, it's still gonna be a long time before the water can cover everything. Life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
It's just a bag.
You
Take
should
it.
Still take it. You never know when it'll come in handy.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that if I start moving, that means I've already given up on the life I have now. I'd really rather not.
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, what did people have to say?
They're not that
I bet
stubborn.
you heard some interesting opinions.
I only had to ask them once.
Yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before we leave?
Lenny's design is like the queerest
Yes,
thing I've
one
ever seen.
last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of Fontaine. Since we're out and about, I was thinking about bringing him some more materials.
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll help. Many hands make light work.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them near the waterfront on the east side of the harbor. You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced traveler. I've also finished collecting a few here. Maybe next time you'll feel like helping too, Lynette.
No way. I'm in power saving mode today. Otherwise, I fear I may not have any energy left for the performance at the Opera House.
Fine.
Introvert
Though the
Lynette.
performance is still a long way off. Now that we're finished here, we should get ready to head back to the court of Fontaine.
Am I gonna have to go
We're
up in
going
that
to
lift
the Court
again?
of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good. Paimon wants a tour of Fontaine's largest city and try...
That was a weird way
Wait,
to end a
shh.
sentence.
Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her? Paimon didn't notice anything.
She's obviously a thief. Magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, and a distracted audience is one that won't discover what you're really doing. Watch her movements carefully.
Just let her do her thieving.
Right.
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. Perhaps we should split up.
Why do we need to catch her? It's none of our business.
You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run.
I don't want to intercept a thief.
All right, let's go.
This is the spot where Lenny wanted us to wait.
Oh, there she is. I don't want to catch her though.
Oh, look! Isn't that her?
Can't we just mind our own business? Get ready to stop her.
Oh no! Did she notice us? She started running the other direction! What should we do? Should we chase her?
Our job is to block this path, the rest is up to Lenny. Yeah, let's just stand here.
You're right. She might also be trying to lure us away.
You wait, but there's no sign of the thief.
Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Lenny caught the thief.
Seems like there's no reason for us to stay here. Let's go find Lenny.
Yeah, let's go.
Maybe he was tricking us. Maybe she was working for him.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you enough.
It's this guy again.
I didn't notice a thing earlier. Anyway, I should be going now. Thanks again.
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing she stole on the ground. By the time I looked back, she was already gone.
I don't like Linny
I
anymore.
saw the
He's a
general
narc.
direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I needed to make sure he was okay.
Oh, did you get hurt, Lenny?
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all. In fact, it's feeling better already.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our performance as a result.
Stop being a narc, Linny.
You're right. Sorry, Lynette. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had anticipated. But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a complete failure.
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Lenny's initiative paid off.
All right.
I want
let's
out
put
of this
little
whole
detour
situation.
behind us. We should go to the court of Fontaine now.
Ride the aquabus to the court of Fontaine. Ooh, exciting. I've been excited about that aquabus. Public transport nerd Daz strikes again. Hello? Oh. She went so fast.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious way to get around. People in Fontaine really know how to use water.
This is an aquabus. It allows people to travel between several key locations around Fontaine.
Yeah, it's like a subway
It's
system.
pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same. That's why it's better to travel with friends.
So you mean it's still boring even when I'm riding with you?
Lol.
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, you don't really talk that much. Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as being at home.
Wow.
Whatever.
Continue digging your hole, Linny.
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
They're twins.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Stop asking questions. Get on the bus. Is the tone of... Wait, I'm not sure whether to trust it. Hello? Hello? Charlotte! Did she make it? She made it!
Huh?
We've met Charlotte before.
What? Traveler! Paimon! Charlotte!
It's Charlotte! She's a journalist. I like her.
I never guessed I'd bump into you while riding the aquabus. In the story of my life, this is big news. What are you doing in Fontaine? I didn't hear anything about you paying us a visit.
Yeah,
She's so
it's quite
cute.
a coincidence, but as travelers, we're always on the move. It's not surprising that nobody knew we were coming. Though we still have no idea how the Hydro Archon knew about us. Oh, let Paimon introduce you to our new friends.
Oh, no need for introductions, Paimon. I would recognize the great magician Linny and his assistant Lynette anywhere. I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who they were. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
I love her.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
No.
Now that everyone knows each other, Fontaine suddenly doesn't feel like such an unfamiliar place. So, what have you been up to lately, Charlotte? Any big news?
Broken
Not
any
too
massive
much.
stories?
When there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle, even if it's the same old topics. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days.
That would definitely get my attention, but that's not really the kind of news you're after.
Ah, you're right. Seems you know me pretty well. What I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. These smaller stories are a waste of my talents.
Oh, bless her.
I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well, a series of cases, actually.
You mean the serial disappearances of young women case?
Oh my gosh.
That's right. These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's probably the most mysterious case we've ever seen. If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally cracked, and it's the headline story in the Steambird,
I mean,
when that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears.
Charlotte, I love you, but also,
I've already gathered
what
all kinds
about
of materials.
making
I
sure
just can't wait for the truth to be revealed.
making sure that the girls are okay?
What is the serial disappearances of young women case? You mean the culprit hasn't been found?
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost 20 years ago.
Oh,
And
damn.
ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. What the cases have in common is that the girls are all of a similar age, and that they've all vanished without a trace. But the scariest part is that to this day, none of the girls have ever been found. Many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen.
Then there must be more than one criminal at work. Maybe there are copycat criminals.
Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case has some precise truth behind it, waiting to be exposed.
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls deserves some sort of explanation. I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the culprit.
Please don't imagine that, Lenny.
You continue talking on the aquabus, and before you know it, you are arriving at your destination.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Ooh, fishes. You can definitely see how that used to be like above land and has just been submerged. It's very pretty.
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises like this.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
Ah, I have an interview to get to. I should get going before I'm late.
Okay, Paimon hopes we can chat again soon, Charlotte. See ya!
Very dramatic music
Bye
for a
now.
boat
Oh,
ride.
Be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird when you have time.
What a tough job. Always running around and interviewing everyone. Well, where should we go now?
I'm glad I'm not that
If
type
you
of
don't
journalist.
mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know where to start anyway.
Nice. keeps teleporting us places. That's very cool. We love a central hub. I hate to be like literally like Paimon, but I am excited to see what food we can make. Because I love making food in this game and I don't know why. Ah, there we go. It's like, go to where Linny is, and I'm like, well, I would love to be able to see where he is, but you keep teleporting me places and I can't look at the map. It's very pretty so far. If a bit too manicured for my tastes. Oh, he's up there. A snack shop. Yes. Recipes, yes. Garlic bread, yes. Onion soup. Like French onion soup, Fontainian onion soup, yes. Fish and chips, that's a bit weird, but I guess they are a water nation. Pâté de fruit. Fanta. It's like Fanta, but not. That's so silly. Thank you for your recipes. I will make good use of them as soon as I find a cooking station. The music is also very Disney. Fremine!
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home.
Baby bro!
Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
Little baby.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
Father in quotes.
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
No.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
What's a talented family?
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What
I
is
don't know why the dialogue is so
Do you
slow
have
in this
something to tell
section.
me?
It's alright, you go ahead. Everyone in Fontaine seems to be fond of,
Is everything alright?
like, tiny shorts.
It's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Oh no, it's raining. Oh no. When will we be allowed to change clothes?
Looks like rain.
It's raining already.
Right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
That's weird. Like pathetic fallacy? Fallacy?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Could that Hydro Dragon be the elemental dragon of Fontaine, another one of the elemental dragons of Tivat?
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Oh.
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers.
After some time, the rain stops. Why were we just standing in it?
It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Sounds good. You go ahead, Linny. See you at the performance.
Oh, are you leaving now?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver them to the owner there? I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to be pretty talkative. Fremine has always been a little afraid of her.
No trouble at all. Don't worry, we're on the case.
I will protect this definitely neurodivergent coded character.
I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks. I'll think of a way to make it up to you.
Oh, no need. This'll be a walk in the park for us.
We love meeting people, and we could ask them about my brother. Magic pocket materials. Where are we going? Where are we going, young Fremine? Are you coming with me? Or are we just doing it on our own? It suggested that there was a teleport waypoint around here somewhere. Or not. Maybe I'm just not allowed to see. There was one in... This one's called Mauve, as in mint. Oh, esteemed Eodex, the life of a small person truly is difficult. Are you alright? Thank you, kind soul. Would you be willing to hear Melusine's troubles? Perhaps I'm at fault for having been too enthusiastic about integrating into human life, but oh my gosh, they're going so fast. Humans have such large things in their daily lives. Take clothes, for example. Sure, we can just buy a shirt and use it as a dress too, but we still need to get the cuffs tailored. And if we want to rent an apartment, we can only buy children's furniture, and even then I have to step on a stool to reach the windows. If only I had a body like Sigewin's, or maybe I should just go underwater. Don't do anything rash, alright? Huh? Oh, don't misunderstand, there's no need to worry. In any case, we Melusines are excellent in the water. When I say underwater, I'm referring to the place where Sigewin works. She's a companion of ours, but she looks more like a human. She welcomes friends from the Marchbank Phantom to drink tea with her in her infirmary, but she's against us working there for a long time unless we want to switch to work of a more medical bent. That's because many of those underwater have been sent there by the Marchbank Phantom, so they probably wouldn't want to see uniformed Melusines. Okay, so she works in a prison? Question mark? And people have been sent there? Is it too late for me to change jobs? It's never too late to start. Whoa, spoken like Monsieur Neuvillette. It's just that with my hands and eyes, there's a lot of human work that I can't do. In terms of ability, I'm more suited to the work of the Marchbank Phantom. Everyone has their own strengths to utilize and duties to perform. I guess that is probably the order in life. Okay. Oh, guide to order. Oh, thank you.
The tea here just keeps getting more.
Do you have food for me? Yes, more food. an île flottante, which I think means floating island. A dessert made out of egg whites. Very cute. Oh, it's like a meringue. Conch madeleine is a biscuit shaped like a star conch. Oh, barrel conch, not star conch. Okay, different type of conch. Coffee beans, hell yeah. Sold at cafes in Sumeru and Fontaine. I don't remember buying any in Sumeru. Gotta get all the food, but there's no cooking stations anywhere around here. Okay. We journey on. In this very wide open new city. I don't like that I can run through the hedges. Oh.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
They were in the forge.
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made? Or perhaps you're just looking for a chat with me.
Oh, she is chatty.
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials. Here they are. They're for making... what were they called again?
Sac magique.
Ah, these must be for magic pockets. I could tell right away. I've already made several orders worth now.
Do we need to pay?
No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount.
That's very sweet.
But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Wow. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Maybe. Or maybe they come from rich family. I want to know who quote-unquote father is. Oh, it's not on auto, that's why it's not going fast.
See what you used to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
It's just
Why
clockwork.
use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology. And wasting is a kind of crime.
But where does a big machine like that get its power from?
Oh, we're gonna learn about the energy
well,
system.
It's a little complicated. I'm not sure I can put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
A trial energy.
How can trials produce energy?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and converts it into energy to be used all around Fontaine.
Okay, this voice actor can actually speak French.
Paimon heard that the oratrice was created by the Archon to make judgments. But Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's beliefs be turned into a stable power source for these machines?
That's like how what movie is it? It's an Elf. The sleigh is powered by people's Christmas spirit or Christmas cheer. This is just like not reliable. Venti and Nahida both said the gods rely on belief to obtain power.
Oh yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense.
If seeing is believing, then that would make sense why she appears everywhere so much.
It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
Pneumocia.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure you wouldn't mind a few words with me.
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50% today. Wait, no, 70%.
Huh? You...
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
No, we should help. Also, why is suddenly mixing, like, you know, high-class French society with then, like, New York gangster vibes?
Hey, hold on.
Child
Before
is
you go
here.
around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your own debts first?
Oh
If
my
Confrere of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between us first, before you get back to your little conversation?
Of course they'll have a Northland Bank here.
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we'll pay everything we owe next month. Why are you hounding me now?
That's exactly what she said.
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Fontaine really is a curious place.
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble.
We don't do it on
Either way you look at
purpose.
It seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
I think we've already weathered enough storms for now. I don't mind a little excitement every now and then.
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy. Aren't you forgetting something?
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends?
I will beat you up.
Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora, fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said...
Hey! That's way over the line!
Oh my
All
god.
right, boys, let's see who has to pay up now!
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Oh god. Go ahead, they're all yours.
I'm unsure this won't take long.
Hmm.
You can run, but you can't hide.
I don't know how his kit works. Stabby, stab, stab.
Who's next? Riptide.
Oh.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell me you're...
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it?
'Cause they're for Tui.
Huh?
Now's my chance!
Is delusion not working?
Huh. That was weird.
Or maybe just his hydro vision. Are you feeling alright?
I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Strange. How could that happen?
Oh yeah, 'cause he's...
Paimon's ever heard of someone losing control of their vision.
He's a vision holder and a delusion holder, of course. So he has a hydrovision and then he also has a delusion. So the hydrovision would still be tied to the powers of hydro, which means Fiona has some control over it, maybe?
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
You better not use your delusion too often.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? I don't see it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad mood lately.
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Oh.
Maybe you losing control of your vision just now is connected with that power you're feeling inside.
That is a possibility.
So about this power, do you have any idea where it came from?
I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, I fell into some unknown abyss.
Okay.
During that time, I learned
just
nearly
casually
all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me was named Skirk. She was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through, and she was always very strict when teaching me combat techniques. One time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make of her answer, it was because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said that all my combat training would be useful in the future.
That's so vague.
What is it? What did you awaken?
She never explained that, but my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that abyss. In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared a whale that was so massive, I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you before, you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that the one?
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my elemental powers.
Big
it
whale.
takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon.
It's very possible that the power inside you is connected to your incident in the abyss.
So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Spooky.
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that strange encounters in this world tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere
How many
else I
more
need to
people
be,
are we gonna run
so I
into
should
on
get
this
going.
quest?
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
And no, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm feeling bored.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are all powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point.
That sounds risky.
So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed in the duel.
Jeez.
Though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens.
I was gonna say, it sounds very rare.
None of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorinde. Huh.
When we met the Hydro Archon, she had the fun hat.
Oh, before I forget, I want you to have this.
Excuse me?
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel, so I think I'll be better off without it for now.
Oh, but...
Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll come retrieve it when I have some time later.
Why does Child's face look so flat compared to everyone else's?
You used to come talk to us again, don't you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Mm-hmm.
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's performance.
Exploration time. Let me free. No, let me free. I need to unlock all the waypoints.
Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along.
Oh my god. Hey, don't blurt it out, Paimon. It's rude to spoil the mystery for everyone else. I need to find the Adventurers Guild as well.
Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. Paimon never saw that twist coming. The murder mystery novels here are amazing.
Do you have any idea how long we were loitering here?
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but Paimon thinks this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
I'm good. You already spoiled who the murderer is.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more careful next time. Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the Opera House to see Lenny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going. Lenny said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Opera bus.
Newsstand owner. I would love to be able to find any waypoints. Chazelle. Ooh, ribbit. Very cool ribbit. Like, where do you want me to go? Up there? Oh god. Okay. Where's the music gone? My little squeaky guy is the only noise. Ah, okay, here is a waypoint. It's not gonna open anything up for me, but at least I will have a waypoint. Was that the Adventurers Guild? That can't be the Adventurers Guild. That's not Catherine. No. Advertisement board. Hotel de Board. Light and shadow weave a tapestry of dreams and reality magic. Blah, blah. Oh, okay. That's where they usually do their magic shows. How do I get up there? Okay. We are doing an explore because I don't know where I am. Radish. I hope everyone's having a nice evening. I'm also going to be streaming tomorrow, but I'm going to be streaming a different game. I'm going to be doing the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood because the full version of that came out today. Very exciting. Okay, I was just trying to get to the... Never mind. Oh, Sir Arthur, the steam bird. Very cool. How do I get up there? What? There must be a lift somewhere, right? This city is like all about lifts. There's a viewpoint over there. That looks like a lift. It's also just these robots standing and walking around. Court of Dew and Springs. Very cool. Waterway hub. Oh. So cute! It's like, go up. Okay. Cool lift! Yes! I found the lift. I'm such a gamer. I need to go on the Navia line. Oh, shit, I think I selected the wrong floor! Ugh. I clicked too fast. I was too excited. Why does the music keep stopping? It's really disconcerting. Yeah, I went too far. Right, I need to go to the Navia line. Please. Wait for the aquabus. After a while, get on the aquabus. No, I've waited for the aquabus already. Eh. Excuse me, I would like to get on the aquabus. Immediately. Oh, okay. Off we go. Look at those cool cubes.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Erinias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky.
Up in the sky?
An experiment gone wrong turned a new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
The aquabuses are great, but I want to explore all of this land and sea. I thought that was where I arrived from, but maybe not.
We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
That's so cute. Being like, don't make me do paperwork because my hands aren't made for it. Oh, let me leave. I have some achievements to collect. Oh, there was more. Ah. Fontaine ones. Okay, off we go. Ah, it's nice being able to walk around. I think these are some of the flowers it wanted me to collect. Little birds! Are these oranges? Bull fruit. Harvestable marcotte. That's a sweet flower. Where is the marcotte? Taking a brief detour to do the harvesting. Birdies! The birdies are so cute. Oh. Need to get the hang of these hydro powers. My Vaporize team is going to be extremely powerful in this area. Scary. Yay! I completed the harvest. Nice. Okay, back to what we're actually meant to be doing. Oh my god. Hello, Mr. Slime? Oh, you're over there. I'll leave you alone. Okay, where am I going? This way. Teleport. Is this the fountain that it wants me to go to? Or is there a different fountain? So much fun stuff to explore. What's this? Oh my gosh. Ah. Hello? Ah! That was pretty cool. Wanna go get them oranges. That are apparently not oranges. Ooh. I imagine that's just pine wood. Oh no, cypress wood. New wood just dropped. Very pretty. Okay, so I do need to go this way. Just taking me the long way around. It's a very different layout for a city. Everything's kind of, like, far apart from each other compared to some of the others. There's just hilly shells in the middle of this part of the city. That usually avoid, like, civilization. Dog with hat. Dog with hat. Yes. Fountain of Lucienne. Erinia Swelling Dance. Oh, is this the courthouse? That is very pretty.
Whoa! Now this is fancy! The opera at the Clays. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Wishing fountain?
Archon, please
Yes.
bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much.
My
I'll
game
be
just
happy
closed
as long
for
as
no
our child
reason.
is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
I'm like, I don't know. Hello? Huh?
What's wrong?
The shaky cam. Oh my gosh. Did you just say something, Paimon?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Strange. Whose voice was that just now?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Lynette! You scared Paimon! When did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
Sorry, I was just checking a message. Oh. By the way, Lynette, I seem to hear a faint voice just now.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It seemed as if the voice was coming from the fountain.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Vaguely threatening.
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of
So the
Lucine
Hydro
is where
Dragon's
all the
tears
flowing
again?
water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here.
Oh.
So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
That's an interesting explanation. I'm not sure whether I buy it though.
So, what did the voice say?
It seemed to be calling out someone's name.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to
Oh, there's
them.
someone in kimono here.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
Oh god. Why?
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Let's go see the boy. Let's go see the fire boy. I want to get the fire boy. Can I wish for the fire boy? No, I do not have any more wishes. It says I can get some rainbow roses here though. Oh, this doesn't count as in range? That's very silly. Or I did it. I can't quite tell. Oh, I did it, okay.
Race
house. Or opera house, I should say.
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
This feels like a setup. I don't know why I don't trust him.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
Oh god, he's gonna pick on us.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Sure, best get busy.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
The kitties want to visit me, but I have the window open, so they cannot. Oh, what? Oh, did I go to the wrong place? I assumed... Oh no, okay, it is in here. Wow. Oh, very cool. There's probably an easier way to get here. Oh, hello? Hello? Are we gonna sit next to Neuvillette? Oh my god.
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
It makes me even more think this is a setup. Oh, they're nice seats.
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kinda awkward if we don't say anything.
You're up, Paimon. Isn't that usually your job?
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
The echo in
Excuse
the background
me.
as well.
I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it, Paimon. Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. Let's talk, but, what should we talk about?
Oh my god, this is getting even more awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat.
In a good way or a bad way?
As required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Neuvillette?
The Chief Justice is a fan of magic?
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Neuvillette
He
is.
also looks like a Final Fantasy
Allow
character.
me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice.
The Edex.
That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Ooh, sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise she may become flustered.
There she is. The girl boss.
Oh, it's Fiona, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
So, slight tangent. They did drip marketing for Neuvillette recently. And usually it tells you what people's vision is going to be. And it says vision, and then the element. For him, I can't remember if he was Cryo or Hydro. I think he was Hydro. It would make sense for him to be Hydro. For him, it said question mark, Hydro. Which I've been chatting with my friend Holly, who I work with, about our theories. And generally, if it says something like that, it tends to mean that that person does not have a vision and that they have elemental powers in some other way. And so my initial thoughts were maybe he has a Hydro delusion and he's Fatui, because there was some stuff going around that maybe he was Capitano. Or maybe he's like some sort of elemental construct, so he has elemental powers but not through a vision. And Holly said about him maybe being like, so in Honkai Star Rail there's Dan Hung, and then he has Imbibita Lunae, which is his like 5-star dragon form. And we've heard stories already about this Hydro dragon that is a legend in Fontaine, right? This guy doesn't have a vision but has Hydro powers, is like key to the justice system of Fontaine, and he has these 2 like blue bits of hair that go back on him. Human dragon? That is my current prediction. Human dragon. Anyway, on with whatever this is.
Alright, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Ooh, Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
The crowds enter the venue and the curtains open for the show to begin.
Ooh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting!
Shut up, Paimon.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
We love Lynette.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, 2 vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Nice. Sleight of hand only.
both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show.
Ooh.
That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Oh my gosh.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Oh my gosh. Also, no cat ears.
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
Bub. Oh my gosh.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
This looks dangerous. Why would they suspend this in the air?
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
Oh no.
Oh no. I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Oh my gosh. Why is she not in her clothes anymore?
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
In the same clothes. It made the Fiona happy. Impressive.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't seem to do anything. Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
What a show. No wonder he's a famous magician.
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Yeah, just enjoy the show, Paimon.
That's right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun.
Oh.
I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
hype for it to be
Please,
us.
if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Ooh.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box.
1 minute.
Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Let's watch and see. I'm sure we can spot how he does it.
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector.
You bought our
It selects
tickets.
numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate.
I don't believe him.
Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
That's not the thief from earlier, is it?
I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous.
But in a new
We've
outfit.
carefully arranged everything.
She has
for
the
you
same
to be
hair.
as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, okay.
That suggests that it is the thief. I think the
Alright.
Fortress of Meripede
Before
is the
I enter
prison.
the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
I'm sure Lenny's prepared. With the whole crowd counting together, you couldn't even if you wanted to.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
Huh? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
Why are they
I'm
saying
counting in my
Nervalet?
I think things are exciting enough in here as it is.
Hi,
Merely
Bee.
a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something. 40, 39, 38!
I can't believe he's taking this opportunity to try and catch a petty thief.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the message. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, mid-air right above the audience.
Oh my gosh.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
I think it's all part of the show. Maybe he's just supremely confident in his abilities. Bang. Oh no. That was a thud.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Maybe it was just to divert our attention.
Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25, 24, 23! What's wrong, Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting? 19, 18, 17. It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
What is happening?
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. 7. Hey, slow down! Honestly. 5. 4. 3. Whoops! That doesn't count. 0.
Oh my gosh, he did it. Where is the audience member though? Is he gonna have like handcuffed her or something in there? Oh my gosh. Excuse me? Oh my gosh. I do not know Genshin much, but I'm very in for the ride. Oh, that's fair B. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be going tonight, but we are going to be doing the Fontaine story for a good few streams. What the fuck just happened? I thought he was... So I'm fairly certain, based on what he was talking about, that that audience member was the thief from before, and I don't know why Linny is so obsessed with catching this thief. She was just pickpocketing. It's a very minor crime, and he's not a cop. And did she just get squashed, or is this also part of the show? It's all very dramatic. But yeah, basically we are in the Nation of Justice. That Fiona is the Hydro Archon, so she's the god of the nation, and also it kind of gets the final say in court cases. We're at a magic show currently, but this is also where they have the court cases, and the court is called the Opera House. They get electricity from the power of justice, but it seems more about the power of having a compelling court case, and yeah, basically there's some funky stuff going on.
Is this part of the show?
I am asking the same question.
You're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh god.
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl is still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Oh my gosh. It's becoming a crime scene.
That's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
She seems
no
uncertain.
Need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
After some time, the guards complete their investigation.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box
Oh
has
my
been pronounced
god.
dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
Oh.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance.
and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
I forgot about the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
And to pull it off like this in front of an audience including the Archon and Chief Justice.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
But this has been going on for 20 years.
Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
This boy is young.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not?
Oh my gosh, Fiona.
Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Linney do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
He's a suspect at most. It's hard to believe all this happened during the show.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Oh my gosh.
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler.
Oh my god.
You'll support Linney, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
I trust Linney.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
No, we didn't. We just talked to each other.
But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Why is she so determined to destroy us?
She obviously lost last time.
Like we have done nothing.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
I guess. I have no legal training. We need to call Yanfei. Yes, I am.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth.
Okay, Novelet.
Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time.
I really want to cosplay her.
I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
But I also I've never worn contacts before.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor
pardon
Cal.
me.
I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
I don't think so. No.
Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But, if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Yes, it is very strange, but there's no denying what happened.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Why is she being Sherlock? Where did you get those glasses?
I got them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
Aww.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I won't let you down, I'm used to this sort of thing.
Yeah, just leave it to us.
Suddenly becoming a lawyer.
Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Good question.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Blinny.
Yeah, you
I
kind of need
suppose
to
you're right.
reveal them.
The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case!
Yeah, they kind of need to reveal... Like, it sucks that they have to reveal how their magic tricks work, but it's kind of important. We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see.
Drama.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
But why was Cowl inside? Wasn't the girl supposed to be in there?
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
We just met him.
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence.
But that's not always true. People can also be the most reliable evidence.
Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious.
I love that
Who
Paimon's
knows,
keeping
maybe
the
you'll be
glasses
able to
on.
come up with some new evidence.
Oh, you can use the case record to confirm your current evidence and clue collection situation and sort case-related information. Oh my gosh. Very cool. You can check as yet undiscovered evidence and clues in the case record, then investigate the corresponding area to locate them. Use the perception skill to find evidence and clues that can be investigated within a certain radius around yourself. This will advance your overall progress. The investigation from the guards indicates that the fireworks launched at the tail end of the magic performance set the rope dangling the water tank alight, causing the tank to fall and kill Cowell, who was within it. It seems evident that Linny is the likeliest user of the prop to commit a crime. However, the reason for the victim being Cowell and the reason for the chosen lady's disappearance remain mysteries. The deceased's identity. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cowell. He was well trusted by all his colleagues. His job was setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. Interesting new game mechanic. Okay. The Opera House Switcheroo case record. That suggests we're gonna have other case records in the future. Spicy. Okay. This is where the magic box was struck. If Cowell weren't inside the box at that moment, he might have dodged the falling water tank. E. Examine damaged box. The broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. Looking at it now, the water tank must have struck it really hard. Well, yeah. Have I spoken to Esmond already?
Go ahead, have a look around.
Yes, I have, okay.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
That's fair. It is a very thick rope. So either Lenny didn't realize this was a safety concern, or...
Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
I'm just looking at where the rope snapped.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Look! This bit is made from different material!
Interesting. Why is this suddenly turned into, Detroit Become Human?
Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
It seems to be flammable, like a type of flash cotton.
Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means... Wait, why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes.
Yes. That means someone intended to set it alight. Special rope. This is important information. Oh. Hello, Maurice.
Hello there. What are you investigating?
Oh, this location.
Ooh, I can just look at it. Okay.
It's also been cordoned off because the Magic Troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Could you tell us who she is? We're Linny and Lynette's attorneys.
Sure. It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter
Halsey?
from
The
Fontaine
musician?
who's made a bit of a name for herself.
Painter? Okay.
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show.
Okay, maybe it
Magic
wasn't
troupe
the
members all
thief.
claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
Thanks for letting us know all this.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us.
I will be on the lookout for musician Halsey.
It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Cool. Famous painter. I guess she just had the same haircut as the thief then. Never mind. My silly little theory. I did completely forget that, you know, Genshin NPCs only have so many hairstyles. Oh. Hello. Quentin and Vaughn.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
Oh.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
They deserve
Lenny
legal
used the machine to pick a random
aid.
member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Let you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Tough but not impossible. Thanks, sorry to bother you.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Just because it was tampered with doesn't mean it was tampered with by Linny. Okay. Ah yes, the box. It looks like an ordinary box, but Linny somehow moved instantly from the stage to being inside of it. How did he do it? Good question. Hello, Esseldor.
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
Who are you? You're just a guy.
Any thoughts yet?
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
That loud thud was suspicious.
Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pirate went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
It wasn't cut, it was burnt.
Wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Yeah, I think your guess is completely off, my guy. Then wouldn't the water tank have started to swing a bit in that case?
Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
The third is still important. Audible thump. Okay, that's clue number 2. Oh, hi Molly.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
I was trying to talk to Molly.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. I think someone...
Okay, that counts. Nothing over here? It says there's one this way. Oh.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
Navia?
Huh?
Is that her name? I think that's her name.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the mark about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Nope.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it. Spina di Rosula does it.
Okay, so the Mafia,
and I,
right?
Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Is that why we're getting like Italian vibes as well as French French
I'm
vibes?
Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my
This is
purview.
very Mafia vibes.
Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No, no need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
So you want to investigate as well?
That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time.
Pardon me?
Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Blancheur was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Yep. It's because she wants to fight us.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro-Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
When you put it like that.
All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Lots of very fancy jewellery.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
No.
Well?
Not always.
And why would that be?
Doing so makes it easy for the truth to fall by the wayside. Something serious like a trial shouldn't be treated like entertainment. Kind of a mixture of both, but like, yeah, it shouldn't be treated like entertainment.
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation
Joint
shall
investigation?
commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Hey.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Seems like you've agreed then.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth.
Interesting.
You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
Mood
We'll be
Silver.
making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
That wasn't... I haven't found the clues yet. I need to finish stream soon. Ooh.
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. People needed to register and reserve a seat for the show.
Thanks, Paimon.
People needed to register. This rope was obviously tampered with. Why would it be him? Gosh, no wonder that we all heard that noise, didn't we?
Okay. Hi, Tristan.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection.
Yeah, but what about before that?
So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
What about during the show?
I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So,
I want to make a Melusine Sona.
have left you here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
Let's go ask that dog with hat questions. No one left the Opera House. Okay.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
I think, as much as I would love to continue, I think I'm gonna have to end it there. Been going for 3 hours now, and I have medication to take. But this has been very exciting, and I can't wait to continue this. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye! Ooh.